Well, I think, especially, I'll say it in twofold. So, it's like, firstly, for the Swarovski wedding event, I think being chosen as the only Chinese designer to premiere along the worldwide 60 designers in Paris at the Musée de la Monnaie, I wanted to do something that would be representative of every it's like Chinese ethnic Chinese bride's wish. In that nowadays we're all very westernized, but then in the core we're extremely traditionally Chinese in a way. And so for this wedding gown, I think it's my representation of what every bride wants to look like. They want it to look radiant, they want to look couture, they want to look special. So on the outside, I've just decided to use it's like a traditional Western silhouette with long train. It's like full skirt, small waist, and then we've added some Chinese elements to it. And then I've taken Chinese auspicious symbols like peony flowers, and then we've put it on the outside. But the meat of the dress is actually in the lining, where they'll be like the heart of every Chinese girl, the Chinese bride, in that they want to have it's like lots of kids. They want to have a happy marriage, lots of it's like very prosperous, very how would you say it? Fu Guai Wing Hua, living happily ever after. Yeah. So this is my representation or my interpretation of a typical Chinese bride, and then I've added a little bit of fun to it by adding a feng gun, and so it's a little bit tongue in cheek. It's I tend not to take things a bit too literally, and so I like a little bit of humor in my work, and so different nuances, different layers. So this is what designed for Swarovski Crystallized. So it's like the best of everything, the Western silhouette and also the Chinese heritage that we have. But for my ideal partner, oh my goodness, that's going to be difficult. So it has been, I don't know, I definitely think I need someone who shares the same sensibility that loves the finer things in life, in that they don't have to like always eat like abalone and shark's fin, but what they need to do is that they need to appreciate it's like the finer nuances of life. So let's say like going out for dinner or something, like we can just be having gaozi, but then we have to have a little bit. I mean, it has to be something. There has to be something special, Maybe like I'll bring a bottle of champagne or something, and we'll be sitting in a dai pai dong, something that makes it more memorable. So I like things like that. Otherwise, then sometimes X. Okay, sorry, but then she would just usually guys send flowers, but then it's like for it wasn't even Valentine's Day. It was just like it was a Monday, and then I texted and said I'm having such a really terrible day, and all of a sudden there's like 100 roses to my office, and it says your secret admirer. It's like I'm like, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, but then it wasn't secret. It was her. So yeah, so stuff like that. I think it's interesting. Yeah, and little touches, and so I think the perfect wedding would be something that it doesn't have to be a big wedding, but it has to be something that the both of us really like and want. And so I think and nowadays you can do like destination weddings. That's fabulous. A lot of my clients that I've done, they've had their weddings held at sunset in Ibiza, it's like Zanzibar, which is like totally like paradise on earth. It's in Africa. It's fabulous. And then otherwise, then we've had lots of weddings in Bali, lots of weddings in Phuket, and we've actually had a wedding in what's it called? It's they had it up on Jungfrau Joch in Switzerland, and so they were all in sort of like Montclair Parkers and stuff, and then the bride had a wedding gown, but then she also had on snow boots and stuff, So it was interesting, because it was they're very sporty, so they did a little ski wedding. So that's interesting, yeah. I think definitely I love having things tailor made myself. I mean, I buy designer things as well, but I tend to like personalization. I think that's extremely important in that, especially in this time and age where it's like the global information system is just like a gazillions different articles a second. We sort of need to be able to differentiate ourselves. And so let's say for Gong Li, I mean, her brief was that regardless of what I designed for her, she needs to look really good. So people need to know that it's Gong Li. And so we covered her from, she doesn't want to show skin, so we covered her from neck all the way down to her ankles, but then it was just 2 layers of chiffon. And so it was actually see-through. But the thing was, we covered the whole thing in freshwater pearls, seed pearls, from neck all the way down, like densely beaded to where you actually, by the ankle, you actually saw her ankles, because there we made it a little bit more sparse. And so it was classic, but then it was couture, because the whole thing was hand done. And then she knew that she wasn't, she was basically, you could see through to her, but it was only because of the beading that she was like covered and not overexposed. And then doing like the gown for Michelle Yeoh for the Oscars, that was lots of fun, because again she wanted people to know that it was Michelle Yeoh. And so we actually literally took the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon a theme, and we had like a dragon wrapping around her legs, and then it was like a tiger print, like the Tibetan monks prayer rug motif, and so it was great. Again, lots of Swarovski. That gown weighed 29 pounds, and so if you go couture, if you go ready to wear, you would never be able to find anything like that. Whereas because it was couture, it was specially made for her for that one occasion, and it made her feel extremely special. So for any brides to be, I think definitely for a special day, to go to any designer, talk to them, tell them what you want, and make it totally special. Yeah. I think the future trend of wedding gowns, I mean, it's sort of like there are two totally different trends. One is like the destination wedding, where everything is a bit more casual, more sporty, more, it's like resort. And so I've have girls come in and commission like mini dresses, just because it's like they want it to be like a summer wedding by the beach. But we've also had extremely grand weddings nowadays. Even in this economic situation, we just had a wedding where the bride, she had 5 changes of clothing, 5 changes of dresses, and so we did the wedding gown. It was, I should have used her design, because I designed that for her. She said she wants to be a very dramatic princess on her wedding, and so we did a strapless gown, but with it was like a millefeuille skirt, so lots and lots of layers and lots of different materials. So we did organza, tulle, chiffon, all pleated, and then so she looked like a huge. It was a princess. She was a princess, and the whole bodice was covered in Swarovski crystals. But then we did 1 layer for the basic pattern, and then we did a 2nd layer of like the floral motif, and the 3rd layer was built up. So in some parts of the bodice, it was about 1 inch thick of crystals. So that was just 1 dress. We designed 3 dresses for her. 2 of them she bought from couture designers in Paris. And we actually had to deliver the dresses by professional courier. We had it like this, standing on a mannequin, obviously without a head. It was a dress dummy. But then the dress was standing and delivered to the hotel, because it was too big to fold it, and we couldn't fold it. And so we delivered 3 huge crates. It was like moving house to the. From our, it's like they created it, and then they took it to the ballroom, and then she actually changed in the ballroom. It was fabulous. Yeah, 2 trends, either really grand or else getting quite casual. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.